Welcome to the Eagle Heights Community Gardens, established 1962. You'll probably enter from this area and see this white shed, a bunch of wheelie cart things, a map, a dumpster, a blackboard, bathroom on site, some bike parking over there, some more bike parking. Let's talk how to get to the greenhouse garden. And where we are. So, several acres of one of the oldest and largest community gardens in the nation. Eagle Heights, downtown, urban, in 300 acres of nature preserve. Can't get any better than that. So, community gardens go all the way up that hill over there. And we're super lucky to garden here as part of the College of Agriculture. So that's one thing, one benefit of working with the College of Agriculture so closely is access to land a mile away from downtown campus. And if you're on the Lakeshore neighborhood, you don't even have to cross a road to get here. 80 comes right here, bike path comes right here, you can walk out here. Many folks will arrive here through that location. Some folks, if you walk through the woods, will arrive kind of from the southeast corner. There's a couple different options if you arrive from over there. You can walk over here, use that white shed as a wayfinder, look at that map over by the chalkboard, or you can just, hike through. There's above that ridge, there's an amazing prairie, the BioCorp Prairie. You can hike through there, and just once you see the community garden plot, know we're kind of in the upper corner here, northwest corner of this kind of open land. You can also use these two sheds here, the blue-gray shed and the kind of beige shed, as a wayfinder. But at the end of this kind of gravel road is our first stop on the intro tour. We have the shed quarters over there. This is the start of the valley, the southern edge of the valley, and this wonderful sign here. This is Madison City water coming out of the irrigation. It's potable, it's good for hand washing. There's usually some soap hanging there for hand washing. Good spot to know. Yeah. So goals of this video, orient you to the valley, how to get here from the entrance, and show you around, show you where the stuff is. So when you arrive, you can feel welcome and at home here. So we're walking on the path here that's kind of dividing. Over here, the community garden. Over here, the College of Ag Valley Agricultural Cooperative. We need a name, but right now I'll just call it the Valley because we're in a valley. And I don't know, I enjoy that. So there's a bunch of fences everywhere. They're not for humans, they're for deer. Well, trying to keep deer out and trying to keep turkeys out. So this is an important crossroads here. So gravel walkway, there's a path, there's another path, there's another path. Community gardens, small plots, anyone in the Madison area can get one of those. How much they are depends on who you are for renting. And there are so many former greenhousers that come up and have garden plots out here. So, but I'm looking north. Lake Mendota is like literally just across that hill. There's a well building over there, just to orient you. We call that the shed quarters. This is the southern tip of the valley. So this wide grass walkway separates the West Valley and the East Valley. West Valley has been College of Ag research station for about 15 years. If there's 11 ag research stations in the state that the university operates, from Peninsular Ag Research Station, Spooner, Arlington, Hancock, West Madison is the closest besides this one. Demand for the space has dwindled to the point of it being vacant. Besides one researcher. and he's retiring at the end of this year. And so a lot of folks came together and put together some proposals for all the layers of oversight and stakeholders out here. And it's really important that we involve everyone who has a stake out here. So a lot of grad students live over there in the Eagle Heights community. We're in the preserve, so they need to know what's going on. We're in the university, so the landscape architects need to know what's going on. There's a bunch of birds just having a time out there. And the hawk. One of the hawks, at least. We love our hawks out here. Maybe Hawk Valley is a name. But anyway, so there's a lot of stakeholders out here, and when we were developing plans for this valley, we want to include them. And if you're watching this video, you're probably a stakeholder too, so let us know what your thoughts are about here. So, southern extent of the valley, traditionally the eastern valley, starting from here and going north, has been F.H. King Students for Sustainable Agriculture. They're a registered student org here at UW-Madison. And then just to the north of them is traditionally the greenhouse learning community plots. And so the west side of the valley has been research, ag research, for about 15 years. The ag research station on campus used to be by the Walnut Street greenhouses. About 15, 20 years ago, the Walnut Street heating and cooling plant was added onto and took over the land that was that ag research station. It was an amazing ag research station because it was right next to a world-class greenhouse facility. So it was great to have, garden plots, farm research, ag research right next to ag research greenhouses. So, but got punted out here. Demand has dwindled over 15 years. So we're at the cusp of something completely new, and it's very, very exciting. So I'm gonna bisect the valley here, just walking north. F.H. King Student Farm on my right. They have a little sign that's kind of, if you know, you know. I'm gonna keep going north here, and then I'm gonna hang a right and kind of go around the perimeter so you have an idea of the boundaries of the valley. Even though I'm not almost lost y'all. Not super keen on setting boundaries and saying trespassing and this is ours, this is yours, especially out here because it's public land. And you don't mess with public land. It belongs to everyone. You don't start divvying it up. We're at a public university, we have public land. A third of our 900 acres on the downtown campus is a nature preserve. It's the best classroom we have. So here's another important, before I get ahead of myself, here's another crossroads where we kind of start the greenhouse community plots, or the what has been traditionally the greenhouse learning community plots. I say that because boundaries are dissolving. We're all working together. We're not subdividing. We're not making this beautiful agricultural valley into subdivision. We're working together. We're sharing. So F.H. King is here, or traditionally has been here. Greenhouse, traditionally here. Compost area that kind of the whole valley cooperates on. This is the transition zone. This wall right here, community garden. Valley, led by students, agricultural cooperative. This is a marvelous hazelnut hedgerow that you can use as a waypoint. So walk on the perimeter. It's all public land, you can walk here. Unless you're a turkey. Highly encourage you to go to the top of that ridge. There's a really cool Purple Martin house up there. You can see Lake Mendota from there. Look over this hillside, look over the valley. Marvelous spot. So this is kind of the perimeter of what has been the F.H. King Students for Sustainable Agriculture land, Social area, lawn, chairs, hangout. They have a perennial, or a plot that focuses on perennials right there. We were down by that, so let's keep walking though. So they've got kind of a central road going north-south here that they maintain and make it accessible to folks, most folks. There's irrigation stands here if you gotta rinse off. It's public, it's Madison City water. It's the people's water. A lot of different projects going out here. They change every year, so I'm not gonna go into that. Just want to talk about the land in general. Starting over there, some preserve managed land or some marvelous prairies. You can walk into that forest line over there and see, just casually a 300-year-old oak, and be in community with that and recognize that those plants are your kin, and we are just as much of the landscape as they are. They've just been here a lot longer. So here's the valley. Actually, I'm gonna go this way and curl around the northern edge of the valley. Just so you know where stuff's at. Usually we have some materials dumped here. We're probably gonna move that over to the southwest corner nearest the road so trucks don't keep getting stuck down here in the wet valley, because talking about watershed, a lot of water can shed down that hill. A lot of water sheds down this side of the hill, and we can get some pooling and some little